unbelievably strong field here. Only 2 skaters have pre-qualified for Summer X. That means 7 out of the 9 that are actually here to compete have a shot. This is Sven Bokers.
Actually came into this event qualified in the #1 spot, trying to hold on to it here in the finals as he goes flat spin upside down over the spine.
Looking to be the finisher this time around, because on vert he qualified in first place as well after the prelims. Couldn't do very well in the finals, however.
Spin is one of these guys that's notorious for raising the level in the finals. He'll hold back in the prelims just so he can surprise you a little bit in the finals. Fakie 360, true spin, alley-oop mizu. That is so difficult. This is the wrap on Sven. He's got these difficult lip tricks he makes look so easy, almost to a fault. Incredible.
Spinning around into the Royale 360 style.
It's unbelievable. And this really is. It's hard to believe, but people actually hold this against him and he makes the tricks look too easy. He's doing the hardest stuff you'll see all day out there, but because he makes it look so natural and so easy, people don't appreciate it.
If you're not a connoisseur or an expert of aggressive inline street, pay attention because a clinic is going on here right now. Check that out. Alley-oop fish brain. Sven Bokers is not like a Jaron Grober or Sean Robertson, where he's big and dynamic and does huge spins and flips. But man, is he technical. So many good tricks, such consistency.
Now, Sven, you kind of buckled it out a little bit on the 720, but the rest of your run was perfectly untrammeled. Are you planning to win here and go to the X Games?
Yeah, I really hope so, because I don't really care if I win, but at least I hope to qualify for the X Games.
So that's your main priority?
Yeah.
Frankie Morales, this may be his first ever pro competition, but you know what? He's capable of winning. He wants to win. He wants to make a huge impression.
Talking about huge impressions, 450 into the bank to start it out. A new line for Frankie. He knows his first line worked out pretty well. So he's changing it up a bit here as he goes backside Royale into the transition. Now the second round, keep in mind, is when everybody raises a level. This is the time to pull out all the stops, just like we promised, 900.
Yeah, he missed that the first time around. Frankie Morales was in 3rd place before this run. Frankie is going off. That's the thing right now that hurt him the most in the first round. There, spinning backside Royale, 270 back in.
Talking about that 900 hurt him in the first round. Didn't land it. Frankie knows he's still got Matt Salerno and some of these other top guys still have their second rounds coming up. So he's got to post a good second round score. He's got to improve on his first round score. As he goes for a true spin alley-oop soul. Fast landing on that down wedge. Not quite able to lock on that true spin alley-oop soul. And he finishes off with the incredible cartwheel down the wedge bank.
You know, Arlo, he didn't have a lot of extension on that cartwheel at the end of the run. That's going to hurt him hugely.
But no trouble with the 900. That time sticking it. Like we said, gave him trouble in the first round. No trouble there. And then coming alley-oop topside on the coping on that spine ramp. Difficult trick. He had the balance between big spins and difficult lip tricks, but not enough to overtake his first round run. Randy Marino representing my hometown, Dallas, Texas. You know I'm pumped up about this kid. He gets upside down. Randy Marino, we haven't seen a lot of him, but he's shown up a lot to events this year. Skates sort of in the spirit of like Sean Robertson. Some of these other guys that like to get upside down, do the big tricks.
He's pretty consistent. I think spending all that time at, what's that place called? Eisenberg's?
Oh, yeah.
Starting to pay off for him.
That's right, one of the top facilities in the world, if I do say so myself.
Plug.
That's right, but you see he's a more than competent park skater, finding big transfers out there.
And a 69.75 puts him in a tie with this guy, Mike Budnick.
Mike Budnick had a solid first round. He's going to have to step it up a bit if he wants to crack the top 3. Staring, glaring at the judges.
Making sure. He's looking at him going, if you miss anything I do out here and I get a low score,
check
coming after you.
Huge disaster backside over that big gator pit. And then floating the backside. In his first round, he did a kind grind on the ledge box. Same thing, kind grind, no problem, all the way down.
The kind grind's a great trick, but what happens is he loses all his speed. He ends up having to spend a lot of time to get back up to this little start box.
Right, it's that ledge box the way it's designed. If you do a grind on, it's hard to keep your speed. Sweat stance, no problem down that long start rail. No problem keeping his speed either. Another solid run from Mike, but we haven't seen him do the breakout trick that's going to really propel him into the top 3.
And I don't think it's going to be the invert to fake. That's a vert trick, just adding a little dimension here on the street.
Taking it back a little bit for you. Fakey 720 over the spine. Mike having a very, very solid run here, and then finishes it off creatively, wall stall 360. This was the biggest trick in Mike's run, that disaster over the gap to backside Royale.
I don't know who's in the top 5 right now, but every skater out here has a chance to win it. And when you got skaters like Frankie, Matt Salerno, and Sven, I mean, Sven already won it. But I mean, who knows? I mean, it could be anything.
Well, Salerno and Sven both have a run to go. Mike Butnick seems to have his mind made up. Sven Bokers looking for that spot to the X Games. Matt Salerno trying to get gold and establish himself as the power on street to beat.
This is Matt's last chance to overtake Sven, who's holding on to that _1 spot. Starting out with a vengeance, huge over the spine, carving all the way across from one corner of that spine ramp to the other. Then showing off his technical dexterity there, switching up the variation. We saw in the first round, he goes topside mistrial, drops down to sole.
And Arnold, look at how fast he skates. Everywhere he goes, whether he's setting up for a trick or just trying to get across the course, he sprints.
Oh, and that's tough break for Matt, just missing that topside sole. You know, it's an interesting strategy here. I don't know if it's Matt's strategy, but he's relying so heavily on the technical element, and he's trying to battle Sven Bokers, who's the most technical skater on the tour. It might work to Matt's disadvantage.
That's a good point, because Matt Salerno is capable of absolutely boosting. He's been known to do the biggest tricks on the launch box, probably over anyone.
Just missing the kind grind. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. This is not going to be his best run, which means
Sven Bokers is the man today. Matt Salerno, check this out. I mean, good technical tricks around the course, but not the consistency he was looking for. He'll have to settle for second place.
So it's time for Sven's victory lap. Gonna make it a good one for the crowd, for the judges. Upside down 720. He knows he's got it wrapped up, but he's a sporting guy switching up the line, even going alley-oop fish brain across that vert wall. Sven not wasting the opportunity here. He's got the whole course to himself. He's gonna make the most of it.
360, the Kang flat spin over the spine. Wow, this run, let's see, I was about to jinx him there because up to that point, this run was actually better than the first run.
Just competing against himself, trying to pad that score. But it's all academic at this point. He's already got wrapped up. True spin, alley-oop, Mizu. Backside Farfignugan. I like that he's still doing it. He could have said, you know what, I got wrapped up, took a fall, I'm done. But he's still putting on someone with a true spin, alley-oop fish brain.
He doesn't stop, man. Just upping the difficulty every chance he gets.
That's great.
Time is up. Sven Bokers is not only the champion out here on the street, he is also going to the Summer X Games 2000.
Tried it one more time. That true spin alley-oop fish brain. Such a difficult trick.
Bit of a perfectionist out here. Didn't get it perfect the first time, went back for seconds.
At the time, you didn't know it, but before that run even started, you had first place locked up.
Yeah, I knew it.
Oh, you did know it?
Yeah, I heard it.
All right, and you have that invite to the X Games. You pretty happy about that?
Yeah, really happy because I was really unlucky with qualifying because I was 7 last year and the top 5 are going to the final. And with the ASA final, I was 6, top 5 are going. And the total ranking, I was 6, top 5 are going. So finally, I qualify now.
Extra sweet for Sven Bokers and a solid score. You can expect him to do super well this year in San Francisco.
Good to see Matt Salerno back on the podium as well. And Frankie Morales, what a story in his first ever pro comp.
Sven Bokerst, he's going to the Summer X, and now he's looking at #1 ranked in the world. He's only a few points away.
Stay in your seats. Inline Berg is coming at you next.